And when you're going up against barbarian factions, like this, going on square makes a Celtic warrior / Gallic warrior be able to defeat these guys quicker, even though they can brace better. Therios hoplites are the hoplite version of spears. They have 10 more armor, 34 melee attack, 26 weapon damage, bonus versus large is 15, 24 charge, 49 melee defense, 80 armor, well you already said that, 55 health and 55 morale. As they are hoplites, they can go into hoplite wall, which helps them tire less quickly and melee gives them better melee defense at the cost of speed, as well as transitioning between speeds. Hoplites are hoplites. Doric hoplites are a better version of hoplites, but they're also the spear variant of Doric swordsmen. These guys are better against cavalry in general, and they will almost always lose against Doric swordsmen. I mean, if you micro them well, they probably could win. Mercenary veteran hoplites are, well, I already mentioned them, and picked hoplites. Pikemen. I have not gone over pikemen. Even though I've mentioned them before, I have never gone over them as a unit. Pikemen in general will always be a unit frontally. Always. No matter how good the unit that they're facing is, no matter how much more expensive they are, they will always beat a unit frontally. They will not beat skirmishers because they have 65 armor. However, any melee infantry unit cannot attack them frontally. None. I mean, there are some people that say that if you're playing as Romans / Iberians, that if you spread them out, it helps them out. However, this isn't always the case. And plus, as they mentioned, you have to spread them out. That means that they have to flank. Anyway, pikemen have 34 melee attack. They're your basic pike unit. Other factions have various pike units. Some are cheaper, some are most are more expensive. Anyway, this is the staple, the basic rather, pike unit. 34 melee attack, 24 weapon damage, which is split between 20 base and 4 armor piercing. They have 7 charge, which is understandable as they carry pikes. 25 melee defense, which hurts them when they get flanked. Like, these guys won't survive for very long if they get flanked. 65 armor, 55 health, 45 morale. Now, here's why they're deadly. Pike phalanx. Before Emperor Edition, you could always have pike phalanx on and not have to worry about the limited speed. In Emperor Edition, not only do you have to worry about limited speed, however, it takes longer for them to set up, I guess, when they're moving, which can cause problems when you're in the middle of a huge engagement. Pike phalanx helps with bonus versus cavalry and bracing. As I said, you cannot attack these guys frontally. When it comes to missile infantry, they have a bunch. However, I've gone over these 4 units. However, here's the unit that a bunch of Hellenic factions now have. They're called light peltasts. They're a lighter version of the peltasts. They have the same stats, but except they have 1 more shot per minute and 10 ammunition, which is better than regular javelins. They have 40 armor, 50 health, and 45 morale, and they also have quick reload, which helps. Duration peltasts I've already gone over. I've never gone over these 2, so I'll go over them now. Or perhaps I have with Carthage, but I'll go over them again. These guys are like Balearic slingers. I'll bring up Balearic slingers. Both the Aravaci and the Lusitani have the regular ones. However, Rome and Carthage will have the mercenary ones, as well as Athens and Syracuse. Balearic slingers just cost 30 less. I think it's because of armor. It might be because of armor. Anyway, let's continue. 29 missile damage, which is good for a slinger unit, especially because the regular normal missile damage for a slinger is 20. 150 range, 8 shots per minute, which is 1 more than a regular slinger unit. 25 ammunition, 12 attack, 24 weapon damage. Nothing special in the melee department. 25 armor. Okay, so they don't have better armor. 55 health, 55 morale. Have quick reload. Now, what is the difference between these two? It's probably just durability. I mean, the Balearic Slingers have 50 health, and these guys have 55. That may be why they cost more. Cretan Archers, they're the equivalent of Rome's Syrian Heavy Archers, as well as the Seleucid Syrian Heavy Archers. I think there's a bunch of other versions out there, but we'll just stick to this one for now. 40 missile damage, which is expected for a high tier bow unit. 150 range, 7 shots per minute, etc., etc. 30 armor, 55 health, 55 morale. And they also have quick reload, as well as whistling shot and heavy shot. I did not go over flaming shot because this used to be better than the regular shot in vanilla Rome 2, but I guess I'll go over it now. Flaming shot has, the only thing that's changed about flaming shot is the damage and reload. I mean, flaming shot used to do a horrendous amount of damage to infantry, because in Shogun 2 it did. It was better for damage, and it pierced armor slightly better. In this game, it doesn't do much damage anymore. The reload time also got nerfed, I think. Anyway, you could never use flaming arrows in wet weather for obvious reasons. The fire would be burned out. However, the reason why you still use flaming shot is just because it's good versus buildings. Moving on, Shock Cav is Shock Cav, Hippaeus Lancers, Melee Cav is Citizen Cav, Skirmisher Cav, nothing special, I've already gone over these two, and Artillery is nothing special. They have the Polybolos, I already went over that. They have the Beehive Onager, which comes with a DLC, as well as the Adrison. Well, basically, any of the special artillery units you'll see comes with the Beast of War only. So if you see Beehive or Scorpion, or there's like a bunch of them. So what is the strengths of Athens? To be honest, I don't know. I mean, mind you, they have like a bunch of Halpita units and a good spear roster, but before Emperor Edition, they didn't have Thracian warriors and had to rely on Thorax swordsmen. They also didn't have picked Hoplites. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they didn't, and you had to rely on Thorax Hoplites and Hippaeus Lancers. They've always had the real spears, and slightly before Emperor Edition, they didn't even have these units. In fact, no Hellenic faction had these units in multiplayer. You could only use them in campaign. But Athens is pretty bland when it comes to land battles. However, they're more specialized in naval battles. You might notice this if you have what is it called? Rise of Sparta. But yeah, Athens, nothing special. Alright guys, I'll be right back. to go over Baktria, however I'm going to probably take a break because I have to do something. But mind you, Baktria isn't as specialized, I guess, as the other Hellenic factions. But they, how should I say this? They have a nice selection of cavalry. However, I will get to them in about 5-10 minutes. So just hang tight and I'll be back shortly.